I get asked this question repeatedly from my high net worth men that I coach. It's the reason why many of them have got divorced. It's the reason why many of you have strayed in your relationship, why you've separated, why you've struggled for so long. And in this video, I really want to give you the solution, the real solution to the actual problem. The actual problem is not your ex-wife or your current wife. The actual problem is not you working too hard. The actual problem is not you thinking there's something wrong with you and you're not enough. Gentlemen, this video is for you. If you are struggling in your marriage or long-term relationship, again, and you don't know why, I'm gonna unpack it all for you in this video. Okay, so let's start at the beginning, because that's always the best place to start, because I want to show you the contrast of what goes on in your relationships and the repeated pattern. So for many of you, you've had several marriages or several long-term relationships, and there's the same pattern. It's honeymoon at the beginning, it's gorgeous. Then something changes in your relationship. Either you have a baby or a new job, or you're taken away from the relationship because of work for a long time. There's a big transition. And suddenly your woman changes, like she becomes this man almost, or mother that's telling you what to do, how to do it, like really talking to you disrespectfully, and she doesn't find you funny anymore. There's not as much time and energy and effort and focus on you anymore. She's distracted either with the baby, or she's distracted with life, her own work, her own career. And you find yourself not connected as much. And as a result, there's not as much intimacy, or if there is, it's scratch and itch. And you find yourself asking and chasing for intimacy and getting knocked back more than actually having it. And then the next stage, this is the stage where you're probably at, the pleaser stage, where you're kind of given up on leading or asking for anything or requesting anything, or you've just kind of, you're going with the motions. Yeah, she screams a lot. Yeah, she does quiet silences. Yeah, she turns into this crazy, like totally illogical woman a lot. And you never quite know what you're walking into. So you often find you spend a fair bit of time on the drive, sat in the car, kind of trying to claim your peace before you walk in. I want to tell you that the days of you being greeted by your beloved are available to you. You can get that back on a much deeper level. And here's how. Let me explain what's gone on in those 3 stages I've just described. The honeymoon stage, you are polarized. So you're in your masculine energy in the relationship. She's in her feminine energy in the relationship. Think about a magnet. Positive and negative, it attracts. So that's where intimacy happens, when you're polarized, right? Now, your feminine is also available to you, and her masculine is also available to her, right? So at the moment, you're in your authentic balance for your relationship at the beginning. So it's like the honeymoon. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Then there's a big transition happens. You don't account for it. And the problem here is, think about it at work. If there was a big merger or a new transition or a reallocation, a new project, a baby being taken under your wings, would you plan for that impact on that, on the actual big business? You'd plan, right? The major business, you'd plan for that integration. You'd plan and put energy and effort into that. You didn't do it in your relationship. It's the same thing. All the resources were taken to the thing that changed, the baby, the new job, the relocation. But the relationship that's here, which is the main business, none of the resources, no time, no energy, no effort, no learning, no growing, no education was put here. So yeah, you read all the baby books, you read all the parenting books, you read all about the new place you're moving to, you read all about the new project, and you get fully resourced with it, and you put a lot of energy in there, and you get people to support you, mentors, guides, coaches. But this dwindles. This is completely abandoned, this being the relationship. And it dwindles and dwindles and dwindles and dwindles. And what happens in the polarity is, because of that, because the focus for the woman is on the baby usually, because your focus is on out to provide more, the time and resources allocated to the relationship have dwindled, because you didn't even think that you needed to, like this organism needed feeding. You end up remaining in your masculine. She rises in her masculine because she feels she needs to protect and provide for the new thing, the baby usually, and protecting and providing our what? Masculine. So you've got two masculines there. This is the period of depolarization. You're repelling each other all the time. This is the period usually after children where there's a lot of angst, and people put it down to lack of sleep. Lack of sleep doesn't help your tolerance to this, but it's not lack of sleep. Lack of sleep exacerbates this, but it's actually a period where you will have recognized a lot of fighting, a lot of cold shoulders, a lot of you wanting to stay out and work because it's easier, a lot of you avoiding the real problem, which is she doesn't feel heard or seen or supported. How you do that, I have a whole program on that called Men Only. Connect with me, I can organize that for you. But that's the real truth. She doesn't feel your presence because you're not getting any intimacy, because in this depolarization there's no intimacy, because there's no attraction. It's like you're living with a roommate. And for many couples, you stay like this for a long time until one of you strays or settles or separates, or there's something else that happens. You become a pleaser because you want intimacy, because as a man, your desire to procreate is the highest thing. You're designed to have sex so that you can pass on your seeds. And with this, there's very little sex going on. So innately you become a pleaser and you drop into your inauthentic feminine, and that creates polarization. So you end up with a place where you're just in this illusion that you're having peace because you've become a pleaser. So anything she does, you become a yes man, and it's peacefuler in the house, but actually it's an inauthentic peace, because inside of you, you know you're dying, you're losing yourself, but it's for the sake of sex. So you get scratch and itch sex, and that's literally what it is. And it satisfies that itch, but there's no depth to it. There's no deep connection, deep intimacy, which is what you desire. And you can only get that in the truth of you being in your masculine energy. Because when you're in your masculine energy, she can fall into her feminine. But it's going to take some time, right? You're now in the demasculization stage. The only way to get out of this is for you to be confident and rise back in your authentic, mature masculine that leads with love, that leads with respect, that honors the friction that's going to be caused in her body when she receives this, that leads with presence, that leads with curiosity, that leads with deep desire to free the burden off your woman, of the leadership that she's had to do, of the protecting that she's had to do, which allows her to relax. And you'll feel her and witness her body soften. And in that softening, You get back to the natural polarity, which happened right at the beginning. Except the difference here is you mature and the depth in which you know each other, the nuances, the curiosity, the desire, the love, the intimacy. Oh my God. It's a whole nother level of joy and bliss. I desire this for you more than anything on this planet, and it can happen like that. I've had men that have taken my program within a week turn their marriages around. You have to have courage and trust that you can get back to you. Because the minute you lose you is the minute you hand your balls over to her. And I'm telling you, from a woman that's carried a man's balls for a long time, she doesn't want to do it. It's really uncomfortable to sit and walk. Like, guys, I have no idea how you walk around with those things. I'm joking, but I'm actually saying it's a physical pain for us. We don't want it, not in our relationships. So please, gentlemen, I beg you, if you want more help with this, reach out to my team. We have I have created this incredible program called Men Only to support men like you. And does your woman need to do something? Absolutely. And I've had men that have just done this without their woman even knowing, and it's completely shifted the marriage. It requires you to step up into your leadership. And I know and believe in you that you have the power to do that, because you would not have watched this video for this long if you didn't. So thank you for your time. Thank you for being this curious about this subject. I promise you it can all be turned around. Please subscribe. Please send comments. Let me know what you think. All right? I love you. Take care.